Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87, and this is our finale for Utawarerumono Prelude to the Fallen. Figure for the last video we'll go ahead and say the game's full name instead of Uta Prelude. It deserves it. Last time Haku merged with his other self, which might be bad.
我は始まりなり。そして我こそが災い。我こそが元凶。我が子らよ。我よ。 我を封ぜよ。我を封ぜよ。我を封ぜよ。
All right, so this is the final boss. I do remember that much. Let's get to it. I do really like the very somber music. Okay, Overo, can you just one-shot the final? No, you can't just one-shot the final boss. Okay. He's actually got hands, for real. In both the literal and non-literal sense. Now, it does seem like... Now, I may just be misremembering, but he didn't do the full-on title drop the way I remembered. Because that was part of the reason why I ended the video earlier, or like cut off the last video, is because I wanted to get the title drop of the game in, and like that line just kind of alludes to it, because the way I remember it being is the line where he says, you know, the one you worship, the one that like legends are sung of. I think he says in the fan translation, the way I remember is he says, I am Utawarerumono, the one of whom legends are sung. Which was neat because the name of the game is total gibberish for like an English speaker. So getting that title drop at the very end and like kind of understanding what the name of the game's supposed to be was really cool. But apparently also that's like not actually the because honestly I'd forgotten the translation of the game, or like the meaning of it, until you remember a couple of videos ago I was talking about I was trying to find my old installation on my laptop and how I was able to find the folder that had the patch notes, or like the English patch, but I didn't have the actual installation on the computer anymore. But like in the folder for the English patch, it had like the liner notes for the translation, and in it that was one of the things they talked about. Was like why they translated the name of the game the way they did, which is that apparently like a more literal translation is just like one who is praised, or like the exalted one, but kind of wanted to put like some sauce on it, which I definitely understand. Can you? Do you have any items? 'Cause, I mean, I guess we really probably should have equipped like all of our items, like all of our zeal shit. Because there might be like a second phase, that's possible, but I mean, this is it. Can you pop him? You can't pop him. Pretty cool if you could, though. I am a little worried that we're gonna get, like, turbo AoE'd. Just hitting the button way too early. Hit it early every single time. It has been a couple days since I last recorded, in my defense. Okay. My brain was like, oh yeah, we better make sure we buff Haku. That's not going to be a problem. We don't have to worry about Haku dying. Well, it is definitely, like, probably one of my, like, more memorable final bosses in a game, though, for sure. Like, having the main character be the final boss is very neat. And I do like the final boss track really kind of fits the nature of the fight. Have we seen your ultimate? Maybe? I mean, nobody's accusing the hand of not being tanky. Marla, okay, you actually do some deeps. I'm a little worried you might get one shot, but yeah, that one really hurt. I would have preferred you to level, like, take a hit and then level up. That would have been for the best. I guess we should look, like, what do you do? Do you have any abilities? You don't have, like, a... Doesn't say you have an attack. Do you have an attack? You have... Okay, that looks kind of spooky. Strike that depletes the HP of any who would... Yeah, I mean, most attacks deplete HP. Halo Theory, this is the part where you do that that crazy shit you were doing earlier in the game. Remember with the kid? You're gonna summon the Wrath of God or... something? Okay, that hurts, but it's not that bad at all. Because it was like one of those things where I was like, I could, in theory, see it being like, oh yeah, it actually does like 300, 400 damage. We're slightly getting back in there a little bit. Okay. Slime Lord. I don't really know if I need to kill you. And you're the one who has to initiate with those two. You're not even close to having enough zeal, so just kind of hang back for now. Crazy Benowie attack. Mini crits. Mini crits. Mini crits. Not a single crit. Okay, so they do actually have different dialogue for the fact that they're fighting. I'm guessing. I thought it was a little weird for Aru to, you know, to mention her dad, or, you know, to call him daddy when she's doing her super attack on the enemy, but that's kind of cool. Now I feel like we got to try and get them all, like get everyone to a final strike. You're the one who has it with Carlisle. Oh. I mean, it's gonna take him a while to get here. Hit it way too early. I was thinking you had Carlisle's animation. So we gotta be. Well, let's not skip them then. I feel like I should just like hitting nothing. We are gonna be here for a while, though. Because while this AoE attack does not do much damage, there is still the slight, like, we don't have much healing, if any. Okay, Aru, you can't really do anything. We'll have you kind of like maybe move over and start baiting the slimes. Oh no, that's your... Oh, you can start with just use your ult. Which I guess we kind of probably would rather just to see what they say. And it'll probably do more damage because it's not like we're hitting AoE targets. He's blasting. He's punching. Yep. Now, oh my gosh, I got really nothing to say. So it's like I don't really want to talk about the game like yet until we finish. Because I do probably will want to talk like a good amount. Like I may not even necessarily. I wasn't thinking about how long this combat fight might take. Like we'll probably be able to like beat the game today, but I might wait and actually do like some of the post-credits talk, depending on what time we finish. I like a little bit more than I normally do at the end of the day, but still not like. Because my vibe is that we had like an hour left, but I wasn't counting the fact that we might have like a 30-minute long boss fight. Honestly, for now, just fire the arm. I mean, Carlisle is doing Haku's work, man. Doing the... I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, you know, he's doing his work. She is doing some real deal damage. It's like it's basically just her and Toka hitting the right arm, and they're actually out damaging the other side. There we go. Obro's gonna pick up the slack. I mean, it is kind of funny that the ults. Yeah, there's nothing that they're actually hitting in it, because I mean, I guess it would look kind of goofy to just have like just the detached arm floating or something, but still kind of funny. You can chill over here, I guess. I mean, at least Aru, she found her purpose. Play with slime. I'm telling you, man, there's something about Kuro's timings. They're just so much more generous. Because like, I hit it so early on that last one and it still counted. Unless like in before, it's like actually they're not, it's like a bug and you're supposed to be able to see the arms or something. Like in the Trails of Cold Steel 3 Let's Play, where I thought the final boss was just like invisible at times, but no, it was just like a bug. I just thought that was just a thing that they fucking did. Okay, that shit hurted. Because we don't really have, like, we have no AoE heals. The closest thing we have to an AoE heal is everyone leveling up after they hit Haku. I mean, Uraru has her one little tiny heal, but that's realistically only going to hit a couple people. Anybody. Where are my crits? Okay, it actually does some decent damage. Okay, so even the combo attacks have extra damage. That's really cool. That's honestly such a neat little detail. Well, it does seem like she wouldn't have. She would be the one person here who has no qualms about murdering Haku. So I will say, you I think are cooked. Unless you get like crazy XP off this. Enough to level up. Very close. You actually maybe would have been better to just okay, well, you were dust regardless. I didn't realize you'd be able to go so far. And you two nerds are not getting any zeal. Any of you have the zeal stuff? Nah. I have to have, so Eru can heal all 3 of you. The main thing is just keeping Oboro alive. I do wish you would build his zeal up a little bit quicker, but I mean, they're kind of messing old Araru up. Old Mookers, I mean, he apparently can't really handle the blood slimes. So you get here. Could we kill before you go again? No. We can't. In that case, we do not want Araru to die. I'm gonna be honest. The first one, timing was horrible. The second and third, timing was perfect. Okay, he's blasting. No, he's punching. Oh wow, he hit Araru? Diddy boy, finish him off. Take a sip of the sauce.
あなたのもとでモノノフの本懐を遂げたかった。
The problem is that means he probably won't be punching us anymore, but like the punching is the preferred attack. So I can't hit you. It's actually really hard to hit this one because there's like only 2 spaces you can hit him from. Wait. You only hit the one? I mean, we'd like you to hit Haku, of course. To see what you say. And really, we'd like to get your triple with Oboro. If I don't know how. Maybe we can get it on the main body. Keep hitting Aru. I don't know why you're doing so much less damage this time, but thanks. Because you like have Zeal or something? Don't you like get like a bonus defense with your Zeal? Right? Isn't there something like that? Yeah, the higher the Zeal, the less damage taken. I don't know, man. If I'd known you were the only character, well, I messed up. Or if I was about to say, if I'd known you were the only character that could consistently fucking always hit your zeal zone, maybe we would have gotten a little bit more use. Kill the arm. Can I kill? Yes, because we can attack and then move you. It's also kind of hard to tell, like the movement squares. It's like blue on a blue background. Would have been so annoying if I forgot to hit because I almost didn't hit the button, which means we would have not gotten our extra attacks. Come on, blood. Honestly, I didn't even know you could crit. Slimy Boy's pretty tanky. Really? I guess we all have like a disadvantage against him. Just gonna sneak on right by ya. You know, another thing of it. Oh, that's the single target. Didn't like a doing that much. Ah! Okay, I don't know if that's a scripted drop you to 1 HP or I presume that's scripted drop you to 1 HP. That or we got the fucking sauce. Okay, it does do damage. Is it you? Okay, so we have to kill you somehow. Can't do. Okay. Toka should be able to get to him. Do not ult. Alright, Obi buddy. Apparently you can hit from there? Sure. Well, I mean, I would like to get your ult off. Well, you're not zealing. You just actually do damage. I just saw the 400 and I was like, oh, he must be zealing. Nah, man. Obero's just that fucking guy. And he healed for approximately 4 HP's worth of damage. I didn't actually want to zeal with you, but I wanted to get your Obero ult. I mean, Dory and Guro are the two characters that are probably like least connected. Like, I mean, that's of course one of the good things about the little additional side story is that Dory and Guro and Kuro are kind of like the odd people out of the group. Like, they definitely get the least characterization. In the game.
黒これが最後のお務めです。
ウイス一世一代のこの勇姿しっかり刻んでもらいやすか。総大将北斗グラムこいつが我らの覚悟です。
And Benoi's kind of mogging, but he's got like the best dialogue for his abilities. The part about his wish, like, you know, actually being the one character to make a wish for him. It's like, you know, that's his whole thing, and we've already seen Carlisle's. Try and heal Carlisle. Who else do you have one? You still have one with Toka. Does this work? No. Pretty cool if it did, though. And I don't remember there being a second phase, but like I'm really hoping there's, because I mean this is taking a little too long. I mean, I'm glad it wasn't just Oboro walks up and like one shots him with the Zeal attack. That would have sucked. I do like, I mean, I really like the extra dialogue for the combo attacks and the final attacks though. Because that's like a little, because I mean the combat is like, and unless he does an ultimate attack that one-shots us, which is I guess impossible in theory, we're not really in any danger, but like at least adding the little extra bit of like trying to fish for the super attacks is nice. Because we did it with 30. Let's do Toka's.
Karura, Engo. いいですわよ。誰にもあなたの邪魔をさせませんわ。
I mean, that just sounds like normal dialogue, guys. I told you, Carlisle doesn't give a shit about us, man. She fucking hates us.
せめてそれがしの手で。
As far as Carlisle's concerned, she's just fighting like a random bandit. He's hyper beaming us. I mean, I heard, but it didn't. I mean, he would have to do it like 2 more times. And honestly, brother, I just don't know if you're making it that long. Does anyone have this? Because I really should have equipped the Zeal items on everyone. I've been thinking. Can't really like. Well, apparently you can. Okay, you can get it. It's like hard to tell where you can actually stand. Like what your movement range is, because the movement tiles are blue on a blue background. Oh, how dare you! I kind of was wondering if you'd be able to do that. Okay. Your other one is you have the one with Kuro. Kuro's got no Zeal. I can't. It's too much damage to not do. We're gonna be here all day. Oh, whoops. I mean, we've already seen his, but didn't necessarily need to skip it. That was just autopilot. Never actually used your super wind spell, I don't think. And it's just your basic one, just slightly bigger. Okay. And he really hates Carlisle. Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't say I hate her, but I wouldn't even necessarily say I dislike Carlisle's character. I do think she took some L's when it came to the Ulthuri shit though, and her brother, and sexually assaulting Haku, and but yeah, you know, and you know, it turned out murdering those people was actually fine. I wonder if we could get you to error and do your combo. You're the one who initiated it. Well, just in case. I don't think Over is going to get a second action. So he's not going to kill him this hit, but he should get pretty close. Yeah, no, because you still have 8. I thought you only had like 900. Carlisle, you might die, but that's a price I'm willing to pay. Granted, actually... Oh, you don't have a heal, you don't have an item, I was wasting my... Ah, that was the worst of both worlds! I was like, let's keep her alive, because I wouldn't mind seeing what her super attack is. You think you say the dialogue if you hit the slime? I guess we'll find out. Are you used to your normal combat dialogue? I guess it's like your normal. I don't know if we've actually seen yours. We've seen Gura's. I don't know if we've seen Dory's. Bentley triple crits. I don't think I hit the button on that last one. I like moved my finger to hit the button, but I just hit air. That's for the wrestling attack. I do think it's kind of funny that he does like attacks that drop you to 1 HP but can't actually kill you. Like, I don't know, kind of like I guess underlines the fact that, like, you know, Haku's not really fighting us. Like, he's fighting us, but he's not really fighting us. Like, he wants us to kill him. That, like, he actually has a hard time taking people out. wonder if you get dialogue if you do like your healing final attack. Oh yeah, I forgot you have one to cam you. Actually, I don't know if we've seen that one. But yeah, this definitely, I mean, this took like way longer than I thought it was going to take. I thought this was going to take like, you know, 10 minutes max. Dory for the final kill? Almost, almost. Looks like it's gonna be the Tokers. You on Haru? Did we? I was about to just let Obro get the last shit, but... Yeah, that's definitely such a nice little touch, having the extra bit for those.
いいえ、それが私の務めですから。
一つ頼みを聞いてもらえないか。
私にできることでしたら何なりと。
この先もまだ争いが続くだろう。その時お前が駆け足となって中を取り持ってやってほしい。お前にしかできぬことだ。
はい、確かに承りました。
本当は本当に言いたいのはそうなことではない。なぜか言葉が出ないものだ。
はい、
元気でな。
白オロ様も。
それと娘が
今はカミュだよ。おじさまがいなくなったらちょっとだけ寂しいけど、カミュは大丈夫だよ。
そうか。
おじさま、カミュのこと忘れないでね。
ああ。 忘れない。
That's a really good line.
今度は決して忘れたりはしない。明るくおてんばで寂しがり屋の可愛い娘のこと。
お様、またいつか会えるからさよならは言わないね。それじゃあまたね。
ああ、またいつかな。カエル、これでお前との契約も無効だ。本来お前は何かに縛られるたちでもない。これからは好きに生きるといい。と言っても今までも勝手気ままに生きていた。
そんなことはありませんわ。これでも主様一筋でしたもの。
そうだったな。
それに契約はこれからも続きますわ。たとえどれだけの時が経とうと、何度生まれ変わろうと、必ず出会って何度でも主様のものになってみせますわ。
そうか、好きにするがいい。
ええ、好きにしますわ。だからその時まで待ってらして。
ああ、首
サハリエ・ナトゥリタ。私の愛しい人。
どうか。
は、
So, what number do you think is like the worst to get called on to do your heartfelt one-to-one dialogue? Or do you think like you get annoyed if you're like the 8th person? Because like if you're last, at least you get like, oh, best for last. Like, presumably it'll be Eru who he talks to last. But I don't know. I'd be like a little annoyed if I was like the 7th person he got around to saying goodbye to.
今までよく尽くしてくれた。礼を言う。そしてお前を配下に持てたことを誇り。
もったいなきお言葉。
Alright. Also, I didn't factor in the fact that Haku, of course, talks extremely slow during this section.
ですが、それではまるで根性の別れではありませぬか。それがしは正常のシーン、どこまでもお供したく思いまする。どうかぜひそれがしも。
お前には別に頼みたいことがある。これからも戦乱は絶えるだろう。そしてその犠牲になるのは力を持たぬ弱き者たち。そんな者たちの力になってくれ。あ、源氏丸のように。
それはご命令でありましょうか。
ああ、 最後の命令だ。頼めるか。
はこの命に変えましても。
相変わらず固く、もう少し肩の力を抜いてもいいと思うかな。
But don't relax too much though. We're still sore from the WWE.
これが性分でありますので。
そうだったな。
It is also funny to have Toko be like, "Oh, I'm just a serious person," when she's clearly the goofiest motherfucker in the entire game.
またいつかお使いさせていただきます。必ず必ず。
またいつか会おうぞ。
はまたいつか。
待ってくれ、兄ちゃん。
おう、あとのことはこれからはお前たちが新しい時代を作るのだ。
そんなことはどうだっていい。ゆずは兄者がいなくなったらゆずははどうなる。まさかゆずはを置いていく気じゃないだろうな。ゆずはとの約束は、もう一度会えるって約束はどうなったんだ。
約束、ゆずはのおまじないが切れてしまったな。連れて行けるものなら連れて行きたい。会えるものならもう一度会いたい。だがすまない。結局私はあの子を幸せにしてやることができなかった。
バカ野郎。兄者さえそばにいてくれればゆずはは十分に幸せだったんだ。兄者の大バカ野郎。兄者バカ野郎。
若様。
おい、グラ
はい。
言うまでもないと思うが、王を支えてやってくれ。あいにはまだお前たちの助けが必要だ。
はい。
でない。
は
クロ
うっす。
これで祭りごとの山から解放されたな。
お疲れ様でした。あとは我らに任せ、どうかごゆるりと。
ああ、空也と桜のことは
よい。あの時正常に救われた命、 こうしてお使いできたこともののふとして実に本懐でありました。
そう言ってもらえると助けた甲斐があったな。苦労、苦しい時はお前の笑顔には何度も救われた。お前たちの支えがあったからこそ存分に采配を振るうことができた。これからもオーロやベランディを支えてやってくれ。
総大将の言葉しかと承りやしたぜ。
もう一度港を杯を酌み交わしたいものだな。
いつだってお相手しやすぜ。
白オロさん、
エル、
行っちゃうのですか？
ああ、しばらくの間だけ眠らせてもらう。
しばらくってどのくらいなんですか？約束したじゃないですか。一緒にいてくれるって、ずっと一緒にいてくれるって約束したじゃないですか。
エル、お前のその気持ちは契約で刻まれたまやかし。
知ってます。そんなことずっと前から知ってました。白オロさんが人じゃないってことも、白オロさんと契約をしたことも、そのことで白オロさんが苦しんでいたことも、みんな知ってました。
ではなぜ知っていたのになぜ。
でもそんなの関係ないです。白オロさんはアルルを助けてくれました。私たちにぬくもりをくれました。みんなのためにって一生懸命で、そんな白オロさんが好きでした。好きですって言いたかった。白オロさんが傷ついて苦しんで悩んでいた時、抱きしめてあげたかった。でもできなかった。契約の鎖が心を締め付けて何もできなかった。これからなら言えます。抱きしめてあげられます。なのに
ありがとう。私もエルルーといつまでも一緒にいたかった。
そんな言い方ってずるいです。ずるいです。 ですよ。
エルル、もう一度、もう一度、あの時の床裏を聞かせてくれ。あの時歌ってくれた床裏を。
はい。
Man, kind of ignored Aru.
静かに訪れる色なき世界。お父さん。
こんな姿を見てもまだお父さんと呼んでくれるのか。
どこか行っちゃうの？
もうお前を撫でてやることができなくなってしまったな。
やだ。行っちゃやだ。アルル、いい子にしてるよ。ちゃんと言うこと聞く。だから
残念だが私は行かねばならない。分かってくれ。
嘘つき。一緒って言った。ずっと一緒って言った。やだ。アルルも一緒に行く。お父さんと一緒。ずっと一緒。
可愛いことを言ってくれるな。アルルがいなくなってしまったらエルルはどうなる。残されたものはどうなる。お前は一人ぼっちじゃない。エルルがいる。友達がいる。たくさんの兄や姉がいる。
でもお父さんいない。お父さんいない。
アルル、
お姉ちゃん、歌おう。一緒に。神内。髪が一緒だよ。
だんだん眠くなってきた。これでやっと眠ることができる。やっと。
オンリアークが完成されます。
エルル、
白オロさん。白オロさん。
来るな。来てはダメだ。
白オロさん。
見事 時を超えて再びいつかきっとまた会える時が来る。さらばだ。
行かないで、行かないで、行かないで。
It's like the longest I've been like silent in a video, but it's like there's like nothing I can really say. Because we're not quite done. I'd forgotten about the Utawarerumono part. That got me a little bit. I'd forgotten about the. It's just such a like good. It could just feel so realistic because it really does feel like the way a kid would kind of act. And it's just so like. It's definitely got the most emotional gut punch of all the goodbye scenes. But yeah, this is, I mean, there's a reason why I kind of said that, like, the ending of the game is what makes it really special. Because I think it's, you know, I think the fact that they commit, like, there's just a lot of interesting ideas, like, you know, Haku being the final boss, the whole final goodbye sequence, them committing to it, especially. It's just the whole, like, just final section, and like even just the reveals of you know, the actual true nature of the setting and the storyline and like what Haku is and everything. It's really like, because I think before the ending, the game is like good, but the whole climax sequence is what really pushes it over the top to me. And also coming, so I guess I'll talk a little, because there's still one more scene that I remember, which I guess it's after the credits, but like definitely some of the scenes prior to the ending, some of the more emotional beats, I think those hit me harder than they probably did when I was like a teenager, when I read the game for, you know, the first time when I was like 15, and then I read it again a few years later. I guess I was like 17, 18. And so some of those, I guess, hit harder, like, like, I mean, that scene, that's one that I didn't really remember. All the whole Othuri, like, being a mother stuff. This scene and the one with the orphanage were, like, really well done. Like, there's just a lot of, like, just well done scenes throughout that I guess I'd kind of, like, maybe forgotten a little bit about. Oh, yeah, I mean, the stuff with Kuya, like, it's just so fucking sad. Like, just her, like, ultimate fate and everything. But at the same time, you know, there is, like, I like it a lot. Not just for, like, it's, you know, just sad for the sake of being sad. Like, I wouldn't say it feels, like, deserved or anything, but I do, on, like, some level. Because, I mean, Kuya does some bad shit. I mean, she basically starts a war that kills thousands of people and overlooks the fact that they're massacring everyone, right? Like, she doesn't have the wherewithal to, like, push back and stop her own people from committing atrocities. So there actually being, like, some lasting consequences for it, I like. But just the manner of it is, of course, you know, heartbreaking. And not many games would have the, like, balls to set up, like, one of a love interest character like that and then mind break them. That's another thing. Like, I think a lot, like, I lost my train of thought. Because in one second, I need to hit OK to this. Like, I think a lot of games would have not hard committed to some of the shit they do in this one. You know, actually killing off Haku. You know, the stuff with Kuya. And, I mean, also, like, earlier in the game, like, killing off the whole village, right? Which is a scene that I'd, like, completely forgotten, but that's one that, yeah, that definitely, that also had some emotional impact that I didn't really remember. Some of the things I didn't like as much. I do, like, the way I remembered the Kuya conflict was, I think, cooler than what they did in the actual game. The idea that they kind of basically discover that Haku's a monster and that's why they want to kill. Like, it's Kuya kind of reluctantly starting a war against the being that they think Haku is, like, the, you know, evil demon in their religion. Which, I mean, I guess he kind of is, but, because that's the way I remembered it. Was more of, there's, like, an element of, like, Kuya's not really in the wrong because Haku is, at a glance, a monster. And not just, like, any random monster, like, the monster in her religion, and, like, she feels, like, personally betrayed by the fact that she never knew what he was, but instead it's just, like, she kind of gets pressured into committing genocide. Which was less compelling, and the Huan Kua character was definitely, like, the biggest miss in the whole game.
どうだ、いいところだろう、ここは。周りには花が咲き、小鳥たちの歌声が聞こえる。ほら、好きだった鈴だ。それじゃあ行ってくるよ、ユズハ。
So yeah, this is the part where I cried. I remember I made it through the whole goodbye sequence. And then they hit you with you know, Yuzuha dying off screen. It's almost getting me. But it was just like, it's such a cathartic feeling, like when you like fight back, like you're fighting against crying, and then it actually like breaks through and you do cry. And so it's definitely why this game is like kind of special to me, is because it really was the first thing that I can ever remember making me cry, the first piece of media. And it was also like the first time I remember I'd cried in like several years. Because like as a kid, I definitely was like an easy crier, like not necessarily for like media, but just like, you know, like interpersonal conflict. Like I would cry a lot. And then I remember when I was like 12-ish, you know, I was really buckled down on the whole like crying is a weakness type thing, and basically didn't cry at all for, you know, several years. And then I just remember this part when as soon as you see Oboro holding the kid alone, it just fucking got me. You know, I kind of like, I thought I'd made it through the thing with like Aru and everything, and then that's another example of a lesser story would not have killed off Yuzuha. Because there's already the plot device for Haku has magic powers and has canonically healed people from death. Like, you could easily set it up that, like, when he had sex with Yuzuha, that it cured her illness and then she gets to live or something. And the fact that they don't do that is so, like, good. It's just such an example of how, like, I feel death and like storytelling can be so impactful, because this is really the scene, or just this little extra bit is what makes the game so special to me, and what really kind of like pushed me to reading a lot more visual novels, because I was kind of like chasing that high of games that could like push through my own like defenses and force me to cry. And, you know, definitely there were a few. It's pretty rare. There's only been a few still of just media injury. Like, it's a lot easier to make me cry a little bit. Like, tearing up is very easy to do. Crying, like, a few like, you know, like the single manly tear, that's a little bit harder. Like, actual, like, full-on crying is, a lot more difficult. Because I do remember I didn't like, it wasn't like quite the level of like sob crying, but I did when I read immediately. I already mentioned this, but I had kind of had the timeline off a little bit, but you know, I started reading Devil on G-String and then pivoted to this, and then I came back to that, and then that game made me fucking sob at one point. But and then now was really what like got me locked into like reading a bunch of visual novels for the next few years, just like chasing that like emotional high, because it is like just the best feeling a piece of media can impart on you, is that like when it makes you cry when you don't want to. But also speaking of scenes that were more impactful, you know, having already played the game, is definitely the, you know, sex scene with Yuzuha. There were a couple, like, I didn't really want to talk about it too much at the time, because I didn't want to, because I think it is very easy to be dismissive and be like, well, of course Yuzuha was gonna die. They told you she has a terminal illness, and they say she's gonna die all the time. But like, very few stories would have actually committed to it, I feel. Because there's already like a set up plot device for her being allowed to live with the fact that Haku has magic fucking powers. But the fact that they, you know, commit it's just something that really pushes it over the edge. But I didn't want to let on that she dies. Because it's, you know, I would probably, because I don't exactly remember what I thought at the time. I guess I just kind of assumed, well, yeah, they're not going to kill her off, right? There's going to be some sort, like either they're going to leave it ambiguous or, you know, there's going to be some sort of like Haku healed her by accident. Yeah, that was also why I was kind of like, when we started the credits, I was like, I didn't really want to talk yet, because I was, you know, I really wanted to get to this scene, because this is what is like the most memorable part of the game for me.
本来ならこの国はあなたが受け継ぐべきはず。
往路など俺の性に合わん。それにこの子にこの広い世界を見せてやりたいんだな。
そうですか。
若様、僕たちも一緒に。
いや、お前たちももう親の代からの迷惑などに縛られることもないだろう。これまでよく仕えてくれた。これからは
Dory flick his forehead.
嫌です。もう若様にお仕えできないなんて、そんなの嫌です。お願いします。どうか一緒に。若様。
勝手にしろ。
はい、勝手にします。
じゃあな、あとは任せた。
仕方ないですね。またいつか。
ああ、またいつかな。
He got suited up quick.
行っちまいやしたか。ここも寂しくなっちまいやすね。
そうですね。行きましょう。やるべきことが山のようにあります。
おいっす。
またいつか。
ここはどこだ？どこかしらね。なぜそれがしが戦場の真っ只中にいる？なぜかしらね。少しでもお前を信じてついてきたそれがしがバカだった。だって退屈なんですもの。貴様は退屈だからといって一緒に戦ってきた仲間をアンカムとして売り飛ばすのか。売り飛ばしてなんかいませんわよ。
That's even
お金なん
worse.
かもらってませんもの。
では聞くが、その酒はどこで手に入れた？
交換しましたの。
世間ではそれを売ったと言うんだ。
そんな大声出しますと。
こいつはついてるぜ。どんな噛むかと思えば高名な彼ら様とトーカ様じゃねえか。
I mean, like, if you know them, shouldn't you be like, oh fuck, let's run away very fast?
ほら、団体様のお出ましですわ。
てめえらの首を上げれば俺様の名は上がれってもんよ。
Because it's like basically like the equivalent of being like, oh man, think how cool it'd be if I beat up this tank with my bare hands. Like, yeah, you would be cool, but it's like not gonna happen, so.
俺様にバルって声も出ねえか。さすがのてめえらもこの人数を相手にはできねえだろ。がっかりですわ。もっと素敵な男が来ると思ってました。
This is another example of the game doing emotional whiplash though, because you go from like, hey, Yuzaha's dead to Toka and Carlo gucking it up.
No.
Their fucking comedy duo.
あなた方ごときが10人や20人では肩慣らしにすらなりませんわ。
バカにしやがる気か。
本当のことを言っただけでバカになんかしてませんのに。カルラ、どうでもいいが、それがしはこんな連中の相手をする気はないぞ。刀が汚れる。貴様らもだ。比嘉の力量を比べることもできないのか。人数を揃えて気が大きくなるのはわかるが、その程度の腕では話にならぬ。悪いことは言わないから、もっと己を磨いてから出直してくるがいい。
大きな口を叩きやがる。だから捨てられたんじゃねえのか。
I mean, I guess everybody doesn't know that Haku was God and went to sleep for a while.
なんだ、知らねえって顔してやがるな。噂されてんだよ。旅に出た主に置いてかれたんだってな。逃げられたんじゃないのか。
何か言いまして。
It's like I'm guarding with the bow. Like that's gonna do anything. I mean, even the swords won't really do much against a giant slab of iron, but.
言ってくれませんこと。
質問なんて怖くねえぞ。こっちはこれだけの人数なんだからな。てめえらやっちまえ。てめえらやっちまえ。おい、てめえ。あれ。
うわ綺麗な月。
姫様。
どうしたのですか、そんなに慌てて。
姫、いえ、オリアンクル。また神様がこんなものを残してどこかへ。
Yeah, she'd be doing that.
今回は人形を身代わりなどにして消えてしまわれたのです。
I mean, at least she's not going into the damn spirit realm or something, hopefully, anymore.
しかも魂を吹き込んだりするなど、ますます手口が巧妙になって。ああ、妙に熱心に講義を聞いてくださったかと思えば、こんなことに使うとは。
また抜け出したのですか。 しようのない子。
笑い事ではありません。目を離せばすぐにいなくなって、オリアンクルからも言ってやってくだされ。
いいのですよ。あの子は学ばなければならないことはしっかりと学んでいますから。
Oh yeah, by the way, why does she drink blood again? Because that isn't, they don't really, I mean, like, I get that she's got the spirits and different personalities and is an aspect of the progenitor, but like, why does she drink blood? Because it's like, if they're Haku doesn't drink blood.
しかし、
それにあの子は今とっても大切な。
That is the one thing I will say. Some of the like lore and plot stuff, it's like all mostly cool, but there's definitely some things that are kind of like, I mean, you kind of just roll with, but you're like, I don't really know how that makes sense.
あ
それよりもほら、今夜はとても月が綺麗。
月ですか？
あの方もこうして月を眺めるのが。
But I mean, for the most part, the fact that like they don't explain everything in exhaustive detail, I think actually works to the game's benefit. Like it kind of like paints a wide, especially because you know it's relatively short. It's been taking way longer because we're doing it in Let's Play form. But you know, like I mentioned a few videos ago, like I mean, I originally read this in 2 days, so it was not that long. So I mostly appreciate the broad strokes that they paint with their lore and everything, but there are definitely times you're like, I don't really understand the fine details of stuff. Like one thing is that, you know, they never, it's always like kind of implied, or I feel like it's implied at the start that like Tuscar knows what the fuck Haku is, but they never really established, and I couldn't remember if that was just something they never, like I'd forgotten, but they never really go into like the connection that Tuscar has to Haku. Because like the fact, you know, because I remember kind of thinking, especially before they did this may be what I thought originally, is that it was like, it was Haku's, like the body that Haku was possessing is her son, who like disappeared at some point. But, you know, the little flashback slash, you know, the flashback scene with the archaeologist seems to imply that's the body that has the mask on. And that's supposed to be way in the past from the game.
オルヤンクル。どうかなさいましたか？
いいえ、何でもありません。そんなはずはありませんね。でも。
No, you get a little scene. Not really, I mean, I remember the one with Oboro, but like, I don't remember these others. Okay, since this one's gonna be lighter, I'm gonna pause for a second. Be right back. Alright, we're back. Had to deal with the consequences of guzzling water throughout that long stretch where I was not saying anything.
お嬢様、ご要望のもの取ってまいりました。
But yeah, I do love me an extended epilogue. Even if I don't, I mean, obviously I don't remember this scene because this was not in the game when I played originally, but the Ulthuri one seemed vaguely familiar. I didn't really remember the Carlisle and Toka one.
Kuna pana no jueki ni hata shinka no mi. 二人ともご苦労だったね。
はい。お嬢様のためなら、たとえ火の中、水の中。
I mean, you can fly, so you shouldn't be walking through shit. My thoughts exactly.
これであとは茶がなアギの肝があれば
若返りの飛躍を調合してもらえるわいや。
そのことですがお嬢様、これ以上若返ったら
Holy shit, Nopon's based? Nope, he's a member of the anti-child fucking alliance, of which I'm the only member.
黙りよ。それがどうしたというのかえ？お子様、上等やわ。それでクロウ様が振り向いてくれるのなら、私は。
Nah. Kuro's he's cool. I'm gonna vibe check him. I think he passes the vibe check. I think he would, if we extended a secret offer to the anti-child fucking alliance, he would probably join. You can't be open about your membership because it's very controversial to be anti fucking kids.
ノポン、ゴムタ、不満があるというならもう勝手に押し。
お待ちください、お嬢様。お嬢様をこんなにも悩ますとはクロさん、絶対許さないんだからね、もう。
Okay. Cutting him off earlier was actually made it funnier. The idea that he's like just ranting as it fades away.
Ah. クーヤ様、そろそろお昼寝のお時間ですよ。キャー。仕方ないですね。あんまり遠くへ行っちゃダメですよ。キャー。何か見つけたんですか？蝶々。そうですか。蝶々ですか。綺麗ですね。お花。そうですか。お花ですか。かわいいお花ですよね。魚。そうですか。お魚ですか。美味しそうですよね。箱。そうですか。え。食べる。
I'm really surprised I completely forgot about the Kuya stuff, man.
ありがとう。美味しいね。でも大丈夫？結構刺されちゃったみたいだけど。やっぱり虫除けとか姿を消す呪とか使った方がいいんじゃ。
The bees know better than to sting Aru. If they sting her, it's because she lets them.
話せたら難しい。アルちゃんがそう言うなら。もう一個食べる。はぶ。ムクルも食べたい？ちょっとだけ。おいでガチャタラ、神のを分けてあげる。キュッ。おいしい？くるるる。 ちゃん。いろいろとあったよね。でもアルちゃんがいてくれたから大丈夫だったんだよ。これからも友達でいてくれる？アルちゃん。おじさん。ムクル。乗る。早く乗る。おはようおばあちゃん。おはようみんな。今日も元気。アルルーには相変わらず困らされるけど仲良くやってるよ。今日はいい天気になりそう。エルルー様、おはようございます。おはようおばあさん。足の調子はどうですか？
はい、おかげさまで杖があれば歩けるようになりました。これでまたあの鬼嫁と戦えますわい。
Or you weren't taught to enable violence. Well, actually, you were taught by Tuskar. You probably were taught to enable violence.
ほどほどにね。エルルお姉ちゃん。あら、もう起きても平気なの？
Also, like, what do you think the chances are that the, key would actually stay? Like, I feel like it would totally get lost. Because, I mean, it's very ambivalent on, like, how long the time span there is. But presumably it's, like, at least hundreds of years. If there's enough time for, like, a whole, new society and, like, religions and shit to spawn. Where Haku's, like, the main deity.
へっちゃらだよ。もう母ちゃんの手伝いだってしてるんだ。そう、偉いんだね。
エルルー様、おはようございます。
And then there's also, like, the implication that, right, that, like, this whole cycle has happened, in between, like, what you see, like, that whole, Haku blowing up the lab and, like, what is happening now. There's definitely a lot of implications of it being like a reoccurring thing. I mean, they even kind of mentioned the idea of reincarnation several times there in the final, like, goodbye sequence.
おはようございます。この度はエルルー様にはこの子を救っていただき、なんとお礼を言っていいやら。
いえ、私はちょっと手助けしただけで、この子はこの子自身の力で治ったんです。だからそんな気にしないでください。
本当にありがとうございました。それではまた。
じゃあね、お姉ちゃん。それじゃあね。
おはようす、エルルさん。
おはようございます、エルルー様。
エルルー様、どうですこれ。今朝取れたモロロです。
皆さん、おはようございます。白オロさん、私はここにいます。アルルーと一緒にここにいます。ずっとここにいます。ここで
yeah, that's the game. So it was definitely the finale was a little bit longer than I thought. I mean, I was kind of about right when I said there was like an hour left. If you factor in the fact that I didn't think the boss fight would take 30 minutes and I forgot about the epilogue sequence. Because I just remembered, I remembered the thing with Oboro and Yuzuha being like the last scene in the game. But I do kind of this little last bit about Eru in the village. I do remember that now. And also the thing about Aru like sensing Haku or something, you know. Because I don't know how the sequels work, and also I don't want to know. I'll find whenever I play them. Which will be one day. Who knows? Probably won't be any. Definitely not in the near future. Maybe next year. We'll see how the schedule goes. Because I mean, I'm interested in the sequels. I mean, because I love this game. And I feel like my love of it has held up. Wait, what? Oh, I loaded for some reason. Take me back to the title screen. I'd say my love of the game has held up. There's a few things that I didn't like as much, and there's a few things that I liked more, so I think it all came out in the wash. It's still a very special game for me. I guess I kind of thought I'd talk more here, but we're definitely over time, and I guess I kind of said what I wanted to say. The main thing is just about like the game as a let's play itself. I definitely I'm glad I kind of broke one of my rules of like trying to not do non-blind let's plays, because I mean I really enjoyed playing the game. I don't think it's necessarily like the greatest content, especially because there's like so many, like from like an entertainment standpoint, there's a lot of like, you know, I respect the game's story and everything. So there's a lot of sequences where I'm just not saying shit. So I feel like I'm not adding much value. Same with like the combat sequences where the combat's not really involved enough for like any interesting talk there. And then I'm just not great at talking about nothing. Like I'm just not good at coming up with topics out of the ether. Like if I have a topic, I'm okay at rambling, but I have a hard time starting conversation from like a null point like that. But overall, I mean, I'm really glad I did it, and also having the extra hook of like there are the 2 sequels that I literally know nothing about, because you know when I played the game originally there were no sequels. Then I think when I played it the second time, the sequel had like maybe just come out, but was still hadn't been translated. Because I think even this game it hadn't been translated yet, like the original release. It was still just the fan translation. But yeah, it definitely, I would say held up. Some of the I mean, you know, some of the sex cringy stuff definitely didn't bother me as much when I was a teenager, but now that I'm, you know, a good bit older, it's even with it being kind of in the lessened state. And I do cut the game more of a break because it was originally a porn game, like, as I've said many times, like, I just don't respect, like, faux horniness. Like, if you're gonna be horny, like, fucking commit, or don't, basically. I just feel like it's, I don't know. Like, softcore stuff is just so cringe to me. But, yeah, and I mean, some of this, like, you know, the whole Kamu being... That definitely didn't bother me as much originally, because, like, I've always thought of Kamu as being, like, a teenager. Like, just something about, I guess, just the art of her character, not doing it with voice acting, and, like, my internal voice for her was someone who was older. So that was one thing I was kind of, like, a bit of a... Like, even when, like, as I mentioned when, like, Kamu gets introduced, like, she didn't sound right to me. Like, I didn't like her voice acting. Not, like, the voice acting's bad, just, I didn't, you know... I didn't like the voice they went with. That's because, like, it clashed with my own internal voice of her, which is that she was, like, a, you know... like an older teenager, right? Like, that's kind of... like, the tone of a lot of her lines was different in my head than the way they're actually delivered. And I guess I just, like, overlooked the line about her being similar in age to Aruru. But yeah, it's a great game, and I don't know what we're going to play next. I still haven't decided. I don't know. I'll find something, but we're definitely like, because this is the 4th. This video will probably be going up in about a little over a week. So we'll have like a month to try and fit something in. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, by the time this video goes up, I'll have made my decision on whether, because I mean, in theory, we could just, I just don't want to take a month off from making videos. I just really don't want to do that, but I don't know what to do because I'm just having a hard time finding anything that sounds compelling that I also 100% know I could finish before the Trails remake comes out, which I am still really excited for. But yeah, well, one day we'll come back and play the sequels, which are, I don't even honestly know which one's the next one, because it's like they both have Mask in the title, but I don't know which one's the second one. But that's for, you know, future me to deal with. But yeah, and I guess it's just, you know, I kind of already mentioned like one of the reasons why the game's so special is because it really was kind of my like, I think I'd already had the gateway drug into visual novels, but like that last little bit with Yuzuha and the whole ending climax really got me into them for several years, and then, you know, some of my very fond memories of some of them. Even though I think the last time I read a visual novel on my own, like a pure visual novel, was like 2016. I guess I've read like a couple that I'd already read before I've reread since then, and then there's been games on the channel that are like visual novel adjacent, but they always have like they're like a little more mainstream with either like having some gameplay elements or whatever. Like this is probably the closest to a pure visual novel we've played on the channel. And I mean, you know, they're kind of a mixed bag. I think the fact this game, I mean, it would have been probably more interesting if I didn't already kind of know the plot and everything, but because there is just like a lot of dead air, especially also with the, you know, the voice acting being all in Japanese. It's probably like kind of hard to watch. Like you have to, if you're gonna watch this, you have to really fucking focus on it, because it's not like a passive let's play really. Like you can't just put it on the second line unless you understand Japanese, I suppose, because there's just gonna be long sequences of dialogue. And me not really saying shit, but overall, very fun time. Still really like the game. Looking forward to playing the sequels. Maybe next year, maybe if we can fit it in. There's a lot of competition, but the fact that I enjoyed the game so much on the replay through does mean they might get pushed up in the queue a little bit, but we'll see. We'll try and find something to play for the next month, and so either that'll be next, or worst case scenario, we'll see you when Trails comes around, or whatever you decide to watch next. I'm Extra 87. Stay tuned for the next Let's Play, and bye, guys.